Here is my full and completely honest review of Amino Energy. Gonna be blunt, right in the beginning of this video, this is by far my favorite pre-workout supplement.
Oh, hi, Mark.
What's up, Freccero fam? Welcome back to my channel. I'm about to experience everything that Life has to offer. Now, I've done a lot of videos about health and fitness, whether it's calisthenics, doing parkour, fitness supplements, and a lot more. And one big question I do get a lot is about pre-workout supplements. Like, what do you take before you work out? And there are a bajillion pre-workout supplements out there. And I gotta be honest, I've tried a lot of them. I've not tried all of them, there's a bajillion, but I've tried a good amount. And I gotta say, out of any of them, this is by far my favorite. Now, I want to stress, I have no affiliation with Optimum Nutrition, who makes Amino Energy. No affiliation whatsoever. I purchased this with my own money. I've been having it for years, and honestly, I absolutely love it. So that being said, let's look at actually what's in it. So first off, I'm on Amazon right now, and for this one supplement, this one tub, it is about 20 bucks. What's interesting, the price fluctuates, especially depending on the flavor. So I go down here, the strawberry burst, which is actually the one I have right now, 20 bucks. But if I was gonna get the pineapple, it'd be 25. I think the strawberry, in my opinion, is probably the best flavor. I've tried all these. I'd say either strawberry or pineapple, and I'd probably pick strawberry, just my personal taste. Going here to the actual ingredients, boom, you can see right here. First off, 30 servings per container, which I will talk about, because for me, I actually have only a half serving. So one of these actually for me has 60 servings or 2 months. And one serving is about 2 scoops, you can see at the top. Now, in terms of the building blocks of this, you mainly have 3 things. First off, aminos. You can see right here, 5 grams of an amino blend. Secondly, you're getting electrolytes. Good for hydration. You can see right here, the electrolyte blend. And then lastly, caffeine. It's 100 milligrams of caffeine per serving. And here's the thing, that's it. That's all that's in there. So I do want to talk about how it affects me. And what I love about this, might as well show you, is one, show you a scoop, right? Show you how I take it. One thing that's super annoying, the scooper, you can see the size of this, is this big. This handle is so small. They used to have a smaller, or to be a longer one that was easier to like dig all the way deep when you get to the end of it. Now you have to like put your hand, it's super annoying. But anyway, it's super easy to take this. And like I said, I have a half serving. So I typically have, like I said, half the amount of aminos and electrolytes and caffeine. Because I find for me, I usually have coffee during my morning. The average cup of coffee, you're looking at about anywhere between 70 to 90 milligrams of caffeine, depending on a lot of different factors. So with this, if you, let's say you would have a full serving of 2 scoops, you're looking at about a little bit more caffeine than a typical cup of coffee. In terms of the way it affects me, is I find, for whatever reason, the way this caffeine hits me is very different. It does not make me feel jittery, like where I'm like on edge or anything like that. It gives me almost a perfect amount of energy without making me feel too anxious. And I usually don't get anxiety when it comes to having caffeine, but if I have a lot of it, of course I'm gonna feel that way. And I've even had friends who've told me they've actually stopped having coffee and just started having this in the morning, just this with water, that's it, because they actually like the way it hits them better. And I do agree, I don't know what it is, but like the way the caffeine hits me from this is different than the way, like say, the caffeine from coffee hits me. There's actually a lot of times where I'm not even working out, but like say I wanna crush a bunch of work on a new song, make a new video, I just have a scoop of this, like say I finished my morning coffee, scoop of this, and I'm on with my day to crush whatever task I have to do. And the one thing I really like about it, being honest, is it's not too much stuff. There are a lot of pre-workout supplements that have a bunch of creatine, a ton of caffeine. Some of them have even like 300 milligrams of caffeine, a ton of like say beta-alanine, like all these different ingredients. I mean, there's a bajillion supplements out there. And I find for me, this is a very personal thing. Sometimes some pre-workout supplements, actually a lot of them for me, almost pump me up too much where it actually ruins my workout. I don't pace myself as well. It's almost like running a marathon where you run your first few miles too fast. You know, I find for me that sometimes some pre-workouts can almost be so overwhelming. Maybe you have experienced this as well, where they're almost so overwhelming that I literally get a worse workout in as a result. And what I like about this is it's extremely minimal compared to every other pre-workout supplement. Caffeine, aminos, electrolytes. That's it. That's it. That's all it is. And in addition, you may have seen it's only 5 calories. So I will say this as a side note, it does break your fast. It looks like you are doing intermittent fasting. And so for me, I typically do have this after I break my fast. But gotta say, when it comes to every other pre-workout supplement out there, there's a reason why I'm doing a dedicated video just about it. It is that good. Now, one last thing I want to talk about is what do I have before I work out? Because the term pre-workout is a bit ambiguous. Pre-workout supplements, this is one of them. But then there's also a whole other category of items, nutrition, supplements, etc., that you do want to have before your workout. They're both considered pre-workout because you have them before you work out. There are 5 things that I think are really good to have before you work out in addition to a pre-workout supplement. First off, whey protein. Having protein before you work out is great to give your body fuel, and your body absorbs whey very fast. My favorite whey protein supplement right now is the Kirkland whey protein. This is from Costco. Huge fan of Costco, and I gotta say, this is the best value for whey protein you're gonna get. There's nothing else in it except whey protein. It is perfect. Next is honey. This is one that I read and saw online, and I'm like, all right, might as well try it, because in case you didn't know, honey is a simple carb, meaning your body absorbs it very fast. And my favorite honey supplement by far is YS Echo Bee Farms Raw Honey. I gotta be blunt, you think you've had honey. You think you've had honey until you try this honey. Just trust me on this. I remember one of my friends showed it to me, and she's like, you gotta try this. And I'm like, all right. It was kind of hard. It's not like a liquid that you squeeze out like in a squeeze bottle. It's like almost a bit hard. I remember trying it and being blown away. Like, I look forward to this stuff every day. I have a big scoop of this every day, whether I'm working out or not. And I'm telling you, honey is one of the best things to have before a workout. Next up, peanut butter. I know, very cliche when it comes to working out. Peanut butter is a big staple in the fitness world, and for a good reason. You're getting a good amount of protein, but more importantly, a good healthy amount of fats. And especially if you're working out for a while, this can be very, very beneficial. And for me personally, my favorite peanut butter is the one from Trader Joe's. Huge fan of Trader Joe's as well. Their main peanut butter with no salt, creamy, the way to go. Number 4, oats. So as a side note, what I like to do, by the way, is have like in a big blender, put in all these different items. I even sometimes throw in Power Greens from Trader Joe's. I put in a lot of other supplements that I'm not mentioning on this video because I take a lot of supplements daily. These are the most important 5 though, in my opinion, when it comes to pre-workout. But I put all this in a blender. So I want to say that as a side note, because when it comes to oats, a cup of oats can do wonders as being a very complex carb and getting in a healthy source of carbohydrates. And last, but of course, definitely not least, creatine monohydrate. Creatine is one of, if not the most studied fitness supplement of all time, a tremendous amount of physical benefits, and they're finding in more and more studies a tremendous amount of mental benefits as well. For me personally, I have 10 grams of creatine before I work out, and my favorite creatine source is the Do Not Age creatine monohydrate. I will say I have all these supplements listed below in the description if you want to check them out, because being honest, when I have all the stuff, you're talking about the Amino Energy with some peanut butter, some oats, some honey, some whey protein, some creatine and everything, I'm locked and loaded, ready to go, ready to absolutely crush my workout.